I'm Drew. The internet knows me as Candylion sometimes, all the time. Yeah. I'm a cosplayer. That means I dress up on the internet, and I'm also a singer, and that means I sing in a band, and I'm also a gremlin. I'm also a shut-in. That seems like a good introduction to me. Yeah. How I got into anime. You know, I watched, Naruto, Pokemon growing up, but didn't really like continue watching like anime and stuff. Like I liked Studio Ghibli and all that when I was younger. But the show that got me into like anime was Soul Eater. And that's because my friends had a iPod case with a mask on it. And I remember her talking to me about Soul Eater. Like we would go to the mall, we'd go to Hot Topic. We were 13. And I saw her phone case and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm gonna watch Soul Eater because she loves Soul Eater and I'm gonna find out what that mask is. So I watched all of Soul Eater. It was a Bleach phone case. So it wasn't Soul Eater at all and totally wasted my time on that one. Never found out what the mask meant. Still haven't watched Bleach. But I fucking loved it. Soul Eater was super cool. It just opened up a whole new genre of entertainment that I just love. I loved Avatar: The Last Airbender, and like I drew as a kid and everything. I drew. That's my name.
It's me.
That's me. But yeah, my first con was Anime Expo in 2013. So I was saving up like jar full of money to go to Warped Tour, and my friend was telling me about Anime Expo. I'd never heard of anything like that before, and I was just like totally blown away. I was like, dude, that's wild. You know? I heard about it and I heard that people dress up and that, it's like this big nerdy convention, and I was like, that sounds pretty dope. I don't know, am I gonna go to Anime Expo? Am I gonna go to Warped Tour? And I just kind of realized that like I was trying really hard to fit in with my friends who were really into like scene, emo kind of music and stuff, and like I didn't really have to try to like anime and like all of that stuff. It just seemed natural. My friend invited me to go with his group of friends. It was just like the coolest. It was the coolest thing.
Did you bring a cosplay to that con?
Yeah, I made it the night before with my friend's mom. It was Tsubaki from Soul Eater. It was not good by any means. I used my real hair and I just got a really long hair extension from a beauty supply store. Like wigs were not, oh sorry, stuff is a lot more accessible now, but I was so broke and like, I didn't have a debit card or credit card, so I couldn't just order things on the internet. So yeah, I bought a long hair extension from a beauty supply store down the street from my house. I was so proud too of it all, even though I made it the night before, and it was totally falling apart on me during the whole convention. And right when I got there, I was like, let me drink some cranberry juice in this entirely white outfit. That's a super smart, super cool thing to do. And I did, and I spilled all over the front of myself. There's not a lot of pictures of that first cosplay. Thank God, because I was 13 and very awkward. So yeah, that was 7 years ago. I was just cosplaying all the time, like all the time. Especially when I first started, I was like, how often can I do this? I just want to make everything. My aunt gave me a sewing machine for my birthday that year, just like a little bit later. I was just like so obsessed with it. I remember like the sewing machine came with a DVD, and I was just like watching that DVD on the floor, like trying to teach myself how to sew a ball gown. For some reason I was like, yeah, my second project ever, a ball gown. Let's fucking go for it. I was just making cosplay constantly. Any chance I had to meet up with my friends and dress up and everything, I was doing it. Years and years later, I was just like posting my photos to my Facebook page because that was a really easy way to get in touch with people in the community and keep in contact with them. And eventually I realized that Facebook is not showing it to that many people, so I started using my Instagram more, which was really awkward at first because I had a lot of people from like middle school and high school on there following me. And I kind of tried to keep my dressing up on the down low at first. But yeah, I started posting it there a lot, and then it just started growing, and one day it just kind of blew up, and I was like, wow, all right, this is something I can do. I've just been doing it all the time. At first, my parents thought it was kind of weird, but like at that point in my life, like it was something to get me out of bed and to get me out of the house. I pretty much dropped out of school when I was like 13, 14 after one of my friends passed away. And anime was just like a really good way for me to forget about all that, I guess. But cosplay was a way for me to like be around people, you know, people who like genuinely care about me and have the same interests as me, you know. And I definitely feel like the course of my life really changed, you know, in that time when I was like deciding Warped Tour or Anime Expo. And I chose to go to Anime Expo, and it showed me like you could just like what you like unabashedly and just do it. I was like very, very sad, big sad for a while, but cosplay really, you know, made me able to like make friends again and do something productive and like creative. It gave me like an outlet and like a reason to go out, and it gave me a lot of confidence too. Like I was a really awkward, just weird teen, you know, 13, 14. That's a fucking awkward time in somebody's life, and putting on something that like you made yourself, learning new skills like that totally gave me like way more confidence, you know. Yeah, don't want to die anymore as much. So that's cool.
So what are kind of the running costs? What's the grind? Picking flowers, right?
Everything is the grind. The whole thing is a grind. I don't know. I feel like just making stuff from scratch, especially, is like so much, you know? I guess you don't really think about it. Yeah, a costume, especially like anime outfits, are like pretty intricate. Or even if they're not, it's just like a lot of moving parts, a lot of things. Like you can show up to a convention and realize that you forgot a really important part of a cosplay, forgot your wig. It's a lot. Styling anime hair care, you know, hairstyles is insane. Cosplay can be cheap. I was cosplaying for pretty damn cheap when I started, because you know, when you're a kid you don't have any money. I remember I had a box full of coins, and like, sorry, this is totally a tangent, but I had a box full of coins, and I would try to pay for things with that box of coins. So I was at a Michael's one time, and I was like checking out with this like box full of coins, and I felt so bad for the cashier, and she literally got so fed up with having to count the coins that she just put a bunch of coupons on, and I saved a ton of money that way. It's horrible. Just be so annoying that people give you a ton of coupons. But yeah, it can be really expensive. The cost of like wigs or the cost of shoes can be like pretty high. Contacts, if you want to do contacts, can be really expensive. Photoshop, if you don't want to wear contacts, that's expensive too. And photographers, you know, if you want to pay for that. Makeup, materials are like really expensive, especially at Joann's. Like you can get coupons. You have to be like really aware of everything, you know. Undergarments. Sometimes you need really specific stuff. Yeah, it can definitely add up, and you have to get pretty good at budgeting for cosplay. But there are definitely ways to do it cheaper. Choosing more simple characters and, you know, all that.
How can the people paying benefit your product?
Well, I could just make better and more product all the time. If you're a patron, fucking thank you. Holy shit. Am I allowed to say that? Yeah, so my Patreon, you can help me dress up on the internet even more frequently than I'm already currently dressing up on the internet. And you can see more of my internet dress ups than I post to my public pages. Maybe I'll do some really cool stuff, you know, make some videos like this one, Q&As, live streams, who knows? The possibilities, they're endless. Is that a good sell? Was that a good sell? Okay, thanks.
All right,
thanks, capitalism. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this was entertaining, I guess. Drop a like, smash the like button. No, drop a dislike. We don't need my ego getting too high. Gotta stay humble. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.